Hello, everyone. Thank you again for joining us for our continued Advisicon webinar series. Today, we're going to look at how do you get visibility into your resources and why that's important. And we're going to look at a specific tool as a solution, and that is Project for the Web. Here at Advisicon, we have deep roots in project management. Everyone does projects, even if they're calling it programs, events, or just simply work. But they don't always use the best tools the right way for the job. Our mission is to deliver technology tools and training to maximize impact, productivity, and purpose. Your trainer for today is yours truly. My name is Sean, and I'm a project advisor and trainer with Advisicon. I do have a background in math education, and all that means is, that's right, I've got a lot of problems. I do have experience in implementing 365 as solutions, and I have a decade's worth of experience of instruction and training. I'm a PMP and a Microsoft certified professional in Teams. I am also a self-proclaimed semi-professional dad joke teller. Here's another one for you. Geology rocks, but geography is where it's at. Looking at today's agenda, we'll talk about, again, why is resource management important? Let's look at Project for the Web and what is it, and give you some understanding about it. I'll actually demo some features that how Project for the Web helps you do resource management, and then we'll bring it all together in a summary. You know, whether you're doing projects or work or events, all of it comes down to people getting things done. So people are very important to the work we do. So it's important that we correctly manage it, have visibility to it, and then have data to drive those business decisions. Let's look at some resource management challenges. You know, when looking at a survey, a report of the project management landscape, resource management was ranked second in challenges within project management. And that's taking a survey of those who are active practitioners. And yes, resource management is highly ranked up there as a challenge to get things done. Secondly, 60% of people, bring that back in 3, 2, 1. Secondly, there has been a 60% increase of this as a challenge year over year. Means that it's not necessarily getting easier. In fact, it's getting more of a need and more needed to get a grip on. Thirdly, when surveying these project management practitioners, it's found that they report that when you can get a hold of your resource management, that is a top 5 process that will add value. So hopefully you can see some pain points of our resource management and the value of when you do get resource management under control and the benefit to you getting your work done. You know, when you think about resource management solutions, you need a tool. When you think of the tool, you would want it to be data-supported insight. Sometimes we just go with our gut feeling, and I think this resource is available, but you want the data to support that. That way, as an enterprise, and especially to scale, your enterprise can be supported with data. Secondly, you don't want it to be a lot of administrative time. In fact, wouldn't it be nice if the tool supports your scheduling of the resources and the reporting of it? That way, you can tackle 2 issues at the same time. Thirdly, you want a solution that's easy to use. You don't want it to be too complicated. In fact, it'd be nice if it has a nice modern work feel to it. Would you agree? When you examine the landscape within Microsoft for resource management solutions, there are many different flavors and levels. You can start at the lowest level, where you have low complexity and just a low amount of team members, not a high amount of team. In fact, just at the individual level, you can start with task management with to-do. And then as the complexity increases and then you have more cross-functional teams, you might want to move to something like Planner. But when your reporting needs increase, you can move up to things like Project or even Project Operations. What we're looking at today is Project for the Web, which kind of sits right in that sweet spot on screen there, where it's not too big, not too complex, and not too small, but just right. All right, let's examine what is Project for the Web. I will say that we have lots of videos on Project for the Web. In fact, I might recommend you look at the Project for the Web for Project Managers videos, or even visibility into data using Power BI. and other videos that we have on our learning management system. Now, I'm going to take a more narrow scope of project, and we're going to examine project online versus project for the web. You can see in this side-by-side that they have different supporting platforms. Project Online is supported by SharePoint, whereas Project for the Web is Power Platform. Project Online is a legacy tool, where Project for the Web has more of that modern look and feel. Furthermore, Project Online, it is fully baked. It is ready to go. It is the full completion of the tool. Project for the Web has exciting new developments and, in a way, trying to catch up to its bigger brother, Project Online. If you need some help to discover which tool is the right fit for your organization, reach out to us and we'll be glad to help you make an enterprise environment discovery, analysis, and recommendation to support your project needs. All right, to get started with our demo, we'll look at a use case and then what feature might support that. In our use case, AJ is a licensed and skilled technical resource, the only one that can do this specific job to get a deliverable done. So I want to have visibility on where AJ is in our project schedule. To do that, I'm going to use a feature called conditional formatting. All right, welcome to Project for the Web. Does it look like other tools you've seen? Yeah, it looks similar to maybe Excel. It just has columns and rows. The columns up top let you know which one we're looking at. I want to take a look at the assigned to column, which pulls all our resources from Active Directory within Microsoft 365. Again, AJ is an important resource in my organization, and I want to highlight wherever I see AJ on this project schedule. So you see AJ in multiple places, but as the schedule gets more complex and larger, I want to be able to find AJ quickly. So I'm going to use this feature called conditional coloring, and you just simply tell it which field should we look at, assign to, and what do you want it to do, when it equals, and look how easy this is using Active Directory dynamic fields. Then you tell it what color. I'm going to make it a dark, pronounced color, and that's it. That's all you need to do to find. There you go. So now you can see where AJ is on the schedule, and now I can easily, quickly examine AJ's availability, which days AJ is occupied. All right, for the next demo, I want to make sure that AJ is available to inspect each deliverable as soon as possible. AJ needs a full day to work on this, and what's more important is that AJ's work does not overlap. So I'm going to look at the timeline feature of Project for the Web, as well as the filter feature, again with Project for the Web. Okay, here at the top is where you see different views. Let's flip to timeline. Here in timeline, you can see the nice predecessor, successor waterfall relationships, and which is a nice feature that makes it a lift different than planner. But again, hopefully you see the nice look and feel of the Gantt chart. As I mentioned, we're in the timeline view, but let's zoom in and focus on AJ's availability. I'm going to use the filter. I'm going to say, show me the assignments of AJ only. All right. When I do that, I can see, it looks like there's some overlap, right? AJ cannot work on this is fine. AJ can work that. So one day assignment, another one day assignment. AJ is going to start on the 30th. AJ started on the 30th. These assignments are overlapping, so that can't be. AJ can only work on one assignment at a time, one deliverable at a time. So the timeline view with filter gave me visibility to that, and now I can make a business decision. I can say, all right, let me change the date that this is going to start. We're going to move AJ out one day. Now I can do this with the fields, or I can just simply drag it. And now it starts on the 30th, rather it starts on the 3rd and not the 30th. And now AJ has only one task for each deliverable, one each day. All right, let's take a look at a third use case, that I want to look at AJ is such a vital resource to our enterprise getting our projects done. I want to look at the forecast of AJ's availability. And to do that, I have to step outside of Project for the Web. Project for the Web specifically looks at one schedule at a time. But what if I want an enterprise view? Well, I'm going to utilize the Power Platform connector. Remember, Project for the Web is now built on the Power Platform. And we're going to bring it all together in a view in Power BI. Let's look at it. All right, we are here in Power BI. What's great about this is that this is a free out-of-the-box report by Microsoft. You can head out to the internet and find the free Power BI packet report. And look, already, as soon as I get it connected to my Power Platform environment, I already start to have reports. You can see all the different kind of reports on the left-hand side. I'm specifically looking at resource reports. Right away, I can filter just for my group. I'm looking at just the 5 resources within my group, and here they're named. You can see how much effort they're completed and how much they're working at. Again, this is with no defined time limit, so you can again use some of the filtering to get the views that you want. I'm going to jump over to now the resource assignment view, and you can see just more reports, more data, more breakouts, just again, all the fun features that you can start with right away with the out-of-the-box Power BI report. We're going to look closer. I think this is the most beneficial one. We're going to look closer at the resource allocation view. So if you take a look at the legend up on the top right, you can see all the resources and their hours of effort by month. So right off the bat, I could, if I wanted to say closely examining AJ's hours, I can see he's well occupied in June, July, no work planned in August or September. So I know that if I start to take on work specific to AJ's role, then I can be sure that there's availability. So now we can start to do forecasting. At the same time, I also question, that's a lot of hours in 1 month. How can I dive in and say, where is the over allocation here? So I'm going to start to drill down with these tools here. I'm going to say that let's look closely in July. Okay, so I can see everyone's hours in July, but I only want to focus on AJ. So I'm going to filter just for AJ. Okay, now I have a clearer picture of AJ's availability per day. And it connects to each project. What I did there was select the first day. I'm going to drill back up. And what I did was select the first day. I see that he has more hours assigned than available time. Right? You usually want to be about 8 hours per day. And I drill into this day, and I can see which project or projects that there's an over allocation. And right away, I can dive into the tasks and see, oops, we scheduled AJ with 2 things on the same day. There's an overlap as seen before on July 13th. So I need to go and level those resources now and balance that. I can go day by day and see where's the over allocation and how to renegotiate, reschedule so that AJ is not burdened, and also I have a clearer picture on when we can deliver our projects. Okay, to summarize, resource management with Project for the Web has a lot of benefits. Data-driven business decisions can be made. You can have visibility and then take action. So you can save time. As soon as you update your schedules, there's updates in the reports. And finally, you have that modern work feel with Project for the Web. It's so exciting to see a lot of the new features coming out with Project for the Web. Thank you for watching this webinar. Please feel free to reach out with any questions. Like or follow us on our social media platforms and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We offer many free trainings in our online academy. You can access those by visiting advisicon.thinkific.com. For project managers, simply become a member of Advisicon Academy to receive the code to redeem PDUs. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you next time.